All right. Okay, so tonight we are playing Bant Company and Pioneer. This is it basically looks like that green white company deck that we played a few weeks ago, except now we've added blue for Spell Queller, Mystical Dispute, and Disdainful Stroke out of the sideboard, and we have a little bit of a different sideboard now. Given what I don't know, I guess the metagame's changed or something like that. I haven't really kept up with Pioneer too much recently. I just been playing Kroxa when it mattered. But this deck looks really cool. I played quite a bit of Bank Company when it was in Standard. The deck was really cool, and we've just honestly added some really good cards to it. Skyclave Apparition is awesome. Archon of Emeria, Elite Spellbinder, Love Stroke Beast, like everything, like all the 3 drops are awesome. Spellcaller is a great magic card, but it was in Standard, so we're just gonna kind of dive in here. I'm kind of curious to see what this plays like. I'm mostly curious to see if the mana ever stabs us in the back or anything. I'm really curious to see how that works. 4 people have 1 trophy, and there is one person that already has 2 trophies. That's crazy to me. I think that somebody already has 2 trophies in Pioneer, and I'm sure it's more in Modern too, but it's just weird to think about. 4 Sanctum, 4 Pathway, 3 Hallowed Fountain, or yeah, 2 blue white pathway, 4 green white pathway, 1 layer of the Hydra. That's interesting. 1 lumbering falls. That's even more interesting. 2 mana confluence, 4 temple garden, and a plains. Okay. Yeah, I'm curious to really see what this deck plays like tonight. Like, if it feels like if the mana doesn't get us, like if we just don't like lose to the fact that we can never really play all of our spells, then we'll be in good shape. Now the splash isn't really that bad, and you get a lot of value from playing blue. Like Spell Queller is a house, Mystical Dispute's a great card out of the sideboard, and so is Disdainful Stroke. Like all of these cards are really good. So I really don't think it's like gonna like hose us or anything just because we've added another color. At least I'm hoping it doesn't. I could be wrong. Also, while I was gone, Dr. Chill 43, thanks for the follow. All right, let's go. Hi and good luck, opponent. Basic Forest. Okay. I assume that person's name is like Forest or something, and they're trying to make a play off of it. I mean, we're gonna keep this. This feels pretty good. Lead on layer of the Hydra into Land of War Elves. And then we have Temple Garden to shock in next turn to play Archon of Emeria if we don't lose our Land of War Elf here. Okay. We're going to play Luminarch Aspirant. We're going to pump up the Luminarch Aspirant. And then we're going to cast Heart's Desire. It's 1 less card they can Thought Seize if they have another one, so... Plus it leaves us multiple 1/1s on the field. We currently don't have a way to cast Skyclave Apparition. So I imagine if they play if they play like a Kroxa here, we'll probably just discard the Skyclave Apparition. Dreadhorde Arcanist, White Source. Oh man. That would have been insanely good to hit. Alright, so the mana is already being a little clunky for us, but that's okay. So they don't know about either of the cards in our hand, which means I imagine they'll Thought Seize us here. It's possible they have like Thought Seize and Kroxa right here to like really pick apart our hand. Okay. We're gonna discard Skyclave Apparition and see what they do. We're gonna Village Rites. I'm actually curious to know if they'll Thoughtseize here. Or even if they'll attack. Yeah, I mean, Lord, they might have just been dead there if they attacked. Okay, so we want Rest in Peace with... I don't really play anything like that. I think we want Portable Hole. Do I want Gideon here? Gideon's a very grindy card. I think these cards seem pretty good. I think we can stand to cut one of each of these. I mean, I don't know. Spell Queller is like really our interactive piece. I think we want Spellbinder. I think we want Apparition and Archon. Archon's a house. We're bringing in a lot of non-creature cards, so it's very possible that we want to just be cutting collected companies. I don't think we want to cut all of them. And I think we'll just cut a Spell Queller here and try it like this and see what happens. Spell Queller is less good on the draw, so... that's, like that game that we just played, like I feel like is a really good example because I have played lots of games where, like playing Kroxa, where I just didn't have anything to do fast enough and I've just lost to decks like this, or anything, honestly. So I, like, really feel like that is a good example of what can happen in spots like that. The Mana Confluence is probably not going to be great for us here. Archon of Emeria is pretty good. Especially turn 2 Archon of Emeria, so... Yep, we'll go to 16. Probably have like a Magma Spray or something here. Not taking any chances. And then I think next turn we're pretty open to playing... Man, the fact that that comes into play tapped is just so good. Okay, Citrus Supplier, like... I mean, Kroxa will eventually be a problem for us. So I think the best line of play is still Luminarch, Aspirant, Elvish Mystic, play Lumbering, False Tapped. I think they have a Magma Spray, so I'm going to try to go to combat. Interesting. So they just wanted the free point there. Which I'm okay with. Like... Oh, that's right, I can't play more than one spell each turn. I always forget that's a thing. I mean, even then, though, like playing Luminarch Aspirant's a pretty good play. So the land effect of Archon of Emeria is one-sided. But so I always forget that the Eidolon of Rhetoric effect on it is symmetrical. Man. It's like I'm gonna take 2 here. I mean, I imagine they're going to kill my Luminar Casper in here. Yeah, I think discarding that is fine here. Attack for 3. That's also one of the big things that I run into when I'm playing against this deck. Yeah, we're just gonna save as much life here as we can. Like, the one good thing about playing, being on the company side of this matchup is that a lot of your flying threats are just, they just get across the finish line. Like, they're just good enough. So he gets to get a basic mountain here. Okay. So I'm going to discard the land here, because I'm okay with taking 3. Is a 3/3 with hexproof until end of turn. So if he attacks with the Kroxa, I am going to double block with the Lovestruck Beast. Now that does leave me in kind of like blowout territory, given the options of what he can have. He has like a Heartless Act or something here. Like, this can be pretty bad for me. Okay. Okay. That's the only spell he can play this turn. He's got 2 cards in hand. So right here, we can portable hold this because it exiles it. And if Village Rites is his 1 card this turn, that's okay. I guess I have to tap that anyway, so I might as well. Okay. So if he plays the Kroxa here, we go to 6. He plays Feed the Swarm, goes to 5. Now he can play multiple spells though. Yeah, him not having a removal spell for the Archon of Emeria has basically been like the strong point of this game for us. It's one of the best parts about this deck is that Archon of Emeria is hard to deal with from that side. So it's not looking good. We're gonna play this because we'll have to discard anyway. I mean, if he fires up the Den of the Bugbear, we're just dead. Like, he knows we have nothing in hand, so he just knows we're dead if he does that. And I guess we're also dead if he does that. Yeah, drawing that extra land or two was kind of rough in those spots. Rest in Peace is key to have in this matchup. I don't think we want Knight of Autumn for anything. I'm trying to debate if we want that other Spell Queller over like Gideon. I think we do. I don't know. We're going to try it like this. I don't know if this is correct or not, but we're going to try it this way. Feels like Gideon might have more play over like a long grindy game. Man, if we had a second land, I'd snap this off in a second. You know, honestly, if that was a Temple Guard instead of a Hallowed Fountain, I'd snap that off in a second. Yeah, we have to mulligan that one. Alright. There's 22 lands in the deck, so I think it's okay to ship one to the bottom here when we have a Llanowar Elf on the play. Okay. Turn 2 is a big play for them because they like to slam, like a Kroxa or, you know, a Pyromancer. Dreadhorde Arcanist is a big one, and being able to Spell Queller that here would be really good. I really don't want to run out the Scavenging Ooze yet. I want to hold the Scavenging Ooze until we're in a spot where we can use it for something here. Would like to see another white land for the Skyclave Apparition. Joke's on you, opponent. Now we have swamps. Dreadbore here, okay. Yeah, I mean, there's not much we can do about that. I think he's debating whether he wants to, yeah, kill my Llanowar Elf here. White source? Huh. So if he'd have left that around, he'd have got punished because we would have drawn... We drew Collective Company there. Now, if he ever really starts to, like, you know, like run out of resources here, Scavenging Ooze is one of those cards that can take over the game. Hey, Bim, what's going on, man? Kick Bloodchief's Thirst, okay. I imagine he's going to Fatal Push our token. I mean, unfortunately, sometimes you are just the... You are the bug, not the windshield in these kinds of matchups. I'm just going to say go and play Collected Company here. I think it's the best thing to do. I mean, we're telegraphing a Collected Company, but I think it's best. If he attacks for one, I'm actually willing to let him have the attack here. It's like I'm not really wanting to like play in that combat game. Now he may have removal spells coming out of his butt here, but it's fine. We're forcing them to use them now. Oh man, that was not a good collected company. He's probably sitting there going, okay, bet. That's what I'd be saying. Let's see if he kills it before we get to put a counter on it. Target player discards a card, deals 2 damage to any target. We're definitely going to discard our Temple Garden. And we're just going to say go here. There's no reason to really do anything. Fire up Lumbering Falls. I mean, let's just start getting busy. Like, I mean, I guess he could kill our Skyclave Apparition here and make a blocker for our Llanowar Elves. But we're not doing anything else with it, so it's not really like it's this huge tempo swing or anything. Alright. Let's see if this warrants a removal spell. It appears it does not. Is this Fatal Push here? Alright. And we're going to leave it here because he does have 5 cards in his graveyard. So if he goes to play Kroxa, we are going to eat something in response. I want to be able to interact if he tries to go for Kroxa here. Puts him to 9. Leaves him with 1 card in hand. He's not buying Luris, so it's like, I feel like he obviously has something to do. Pay blue for Lumbering Falls. Just gonna attack for 3 here. It's like I don't really see a reason in throwing my Luminar Casperin away. I mean, it's very possible that I crushed him like the dog he is. Yeah, it's looking good, but I don't know. I mean, one draw step could turn this around for him. All right, been called it. He concedes. All right, cool. Well, we start out 1-0 with our Bant Company deck. I don't know, mana felt a little awkward at times. It felt like maybe we wanted some more white mana, but to be fair, we drew Lumbering Falls in every single match we played there. In game 1, we just ended up in a spot where 2 of our opening lands were Lair of the Hydra Lumbering Falls. Like, and those are great utility lands, but when we're counting on those to produce double white a lot of turns, it made things awkward for us. Alright. And we get to be on the play. This hand feels pretty good. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, this is 5 lands, so, like, this could very easily fall apart, but I like this hand. We have all of our colors of mana. We have a pretty good start here. I think it's better to get Luminarch Aspirant down here. We can start pumping it up, and then we can get in for 1 here. I don't really know what Steam Vent signals in Pioneer. Thing in the ice, okay. Not gonna lie, we might have a hard time beating that one. We have to attack with both here so that we can get a point in. Now, it's Pioneer, so there's absolutely 0 ways he can flip Thing in the Ice here. Where's the deck, Zach? Jund or whatever. I'm gonna play it. I didn't know if you were at work or not. I've already planned on playing it later this evening in case you were at work. Target this. This gives us 2 attackers that kill the Thing in the Ice. I mean, take 9 is cool, like, it's a 2-turn clock, so... I feel like I can play the green side here because I know that I have Henge Gate Pathway as a white, plus Temple Gardens in my hand, so... Discard up to 2 cards and draw that many cards? Alright, we're gonna look for a Skyclave Apparition right here. Yeah, that is insanely good. I think we're just going to take these 2 because we get to Spell Queller his whatever he's playing, Cathartic Pyre. Deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. So we get to get rid of the only thing we were really worried about. Oh yeah, see right there, boom. All right, so this guy's playing like blue-red spells. It appears. We want Portable Hole. I wonder if we want Redain. And part of me thinks we want Mystical Dispute as well. Maybe Redain just like helps fill that curve that we need. I find myself always cutting these things, and then we're bringing in 4. We'll leave in 3 companies this time around. Archon of Emeria is probably going to be pretty good. Spell Queller. All interaction, all good cards. Skyclave Apparition is... I don't know what we're cutting here. I want to leave Selfless Spirit in. Maybe we cut a Luminarch Aspirant? Try it this way? I don't know. This could all be wrong. But yes, Kyle, if you so please, I will play the Jund deck later. This hand's pretty good. We're going to lead on Temple Garden and Elvish Mystic here, because Temple Garden Elvish Mystic is what allows us to play Skyclave Apparition on turn 2 if we need to, so... Also allows us to play Elite Spellbinder on 2. Not that we have to have the double white to play Elite Spellbinder on turn 2, but it is really good. Like, Elite Spellbinder is such a good card. Like, that honestly might be, like, my favorite, like, white aggressive card in a while. Consider. Ooh, leaves it on top. Interesting. Yep. I mean, they might have a counterspell here, but running out PV here on turn 2 is pretty good. Puts one card on top. Okay, that's back-to-back tops for them. Puts one card on top. 3 tops in a row. Lord. Man, I don't know. This is tough. Guess we'll take the lightning axe. If somebody thinks that's wrong, please, throw it out. Why something else would have been better. I'm curious to know. That was just my first thought. I was like, man, if he topped a card again, it has to be. I want to at least use all of our mana this turn, force him to use the Ether Gust. We're going to top that. I think having Lovestruck Beast on top is just really good follow-up. They discard Lightning Axe, Arc-like Phoenix, so they have Treasure Cruise, Prismari Command, and one unknown. Alright, I'm going to serve up one here. Getting busy. Heart's Desire. Cast Lovestruck Beast, say go. And then we have Skyclave Apparition if we ever need to, like if they actually put the Phoenix into play here. He'll probably lead on Treasure Cruise. Expressive Iteration is also a pretty good one to lead on. Maybe this is what the new Is It Phoenix looks like. I don't know. So you're going to cast the... Well, no, he can't cast Lightning Axe now, can he? Well, I mean, let's get busy. Let's try to end the game. It's green and X, right? Yeah, so, I mean, let's... all these lands are... Bant Company bringing Desaucertators. What does that even mean? Bant Company's been 5-0 a lot in Pioneer lately, man. Draw 2 cards and create a treasure token. He also doesn't have Treasure Cruise anymore. Should have got rid of that. So he's going to bring back Skyclave, or he's going to, I mean, we have Skyclave Apparition, 3 Arclight Phoenixes. That's not bad. Let's serve it up. He's going to block both, but maybe I shouldn't have, like, animated the Bank Company. It has been 5-0. Get off my back. Yeah, I mean, I imagine he has a removal spell. Man, Play with Fire is pretty good in this deck, too. I hadn't really thought about that. God, another treasure cruise. I mean, I guess to be fair, it's only the second one he's played, and he's like over halfway into his deck, so. It's not looking good for the good guys here. Really wanted that to be like a collected company or something. Let's keep the pressure up, I guess. He's going to block with both the Phoenixes. That's okay. We'll kill both. I mean, I don't know. It's going downhill quick. Phoenix looks busted. Yeah, it does look really good this game, which is kind of funny because the first game I like ran him over in like 3 or 4 turns. But yeah, this game has been very good for them. Prismari Command, Expressive Iteration, like all these cards they've added to the deck, it's just blowout right now. Like it's just blowout city. Like Phoenix got a lot of good cards here in this set. Cathartic Pyre, Play with Fire, Expressive Iteration. I know Expressive Iteration's already been out. Consider is also really good. So I'm going to take another draw. Oh, no, I'm not going to take another draw step here because he's going to get his Phoenixes back. Yeah, that game 2 did not go as well as the first one did. Really wanted to see a company or something there. All right, so I guess Rest in Peace is pretty good. I didn't realize, like, the first game literally went so quickly we didn't know we were playing against Phoenix. Archon of Emeria seems like a house. Spellqueller seems very extra medium. Yeah, let's try it like this. Rest in Peace might be able to just dig us out of a hole here if we get it on turn 2. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. This is pretty good. Like it's not like fast and explosive or anything, but this hand is pretty good. Archon of Emiri is probably the best card in the matchup, honestly. Gonna lead on Hallowed Fountain tapped so that I can leave up Mystical Dispute for Thing in the Ice on turn 2. We're just gonna lead on Spellbinder here because I want to be able to try and clear the way for our Archon. Archon sticking around is probably the most important thing we can do. You think about Flesh and Blood any since I last saw you? Yeah, honestly, I have thought about it quite a little bit. I've been thinking about getting into it, especially here recently more. It seems better recently, so I'm thinking about getting into it. I think we're gonna take Prismari Command. Like I know he can cast it later, but I want to force him to use his Lightning Axe on my threats already, as opposed to him being able to save that for my Archon of Emeria. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of just want to slam Luminarch Aspirant. I think that's what we're gonna do. I was like, because he's forced to pick if he wants to. Like, and I'm okay with that there. Like, that's fine. Plays Opt. Puts one card on top. This guy tops more than anybody I've ever seen in my life. Like he's either really lucky or he has no idea what he's trying to do here. Your community is better than mine. Mine consists of like 3 people, including me, and if a group of 4, if they want to play on Friday. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of thought about it, like getting into another card game. Honestly, just as like having something to do seemed like fun. All right, what are we doing here? You know what? I think I'm just gonna attack for 2 here and then play Archon after combat. Not hitting a 4th land has been kind of awkward. But I mean, yeah, I heard that Channel Fireball had a thing for Flesh and Blood, and it seemed like a pretty good turnout. So I figured, did you go to that big tournament that they had? I don't even know where it was, but the party has arrived. What's up, Brandon? What these cards do? It's like new and improved Bant Company, man. Okay, consider. Cast consider draws a card. So they left a card on top again? Or did they put that mountain? No, they put mountain into the bin. Okay. So I have Island Ether Gust here. Hmm. I'm I'm probably just gonna start attacking here and just saying go. Like honestly, like so using the counter spell there like kind of sucks because it means we have nothing to do during their turn, and we don't get to play Scavenging Ooze because of Archon of Emeria. But I'm actually just kind of okay with whatever they want to do here because they have to have like a hard counter spell to stop my Skyclave Apparition. And I don't think they just play hard counter spells. Okay, they're gonna opt. It was in Vegas and I did not. I'm too poor to visit Vegas. Buddy, I understand that. Like, you're gonna get no judgment from me there. Us basically playing all white cards this point to the game is just force them to deal with the stuff that we have on the board, and I honestly think we just got there because they can't play anything else. They have 4 cards in hand. One's an Ether Gust. I don't think they haven't answered anything. Yeah, I was like, okay, yeah, cool. All right, well, we ended up getting there. Phoenix like kind of like bullied us game 2 with all their removal and all their stuff game 2, but it ended up being pretty. We ended up winning the match, so I can buy into a card game and not travel to play said card game. Well, if you're gonna buy into a card game, don't you think you should make sure there's enough money to travel for said card game? Doesn't that like make sense? Like, I don't think I would really play Magic as much if I couldn't travel for it, which I know is kind of an oxymoron because of the fact that I was unable to travel all of last year to play the game. But now that travel's coming back, like I'm going to be traveling, even if it's by myself. I guess a caveat coming with that, I've never traveled to Vegas to play Magic. Like I've never went to like one of the GPs or anything out there. So again, I do not like traveling to Vegas is a lot, but like going to Atlanta or like North Carolina or Cincinnati or something like that to play Magic. Wonder what matchup we want the shifting Ceratops in. Probably blue black control or Jeskai control, I guess. Yeah. I kind of Pre-release for the new set is this weekend if you want something to do. Tales of Area. I don't even know what Tales of Area is. Is that a card in the set? Yeah, I thought about trying to hit a pre-release this weekend, honestly. It's been a long time since I've like decided I was going to play Magic at midnight and then keep playing. Tales of Area. I thought the set was called like Midnight Hunt or something like that, like Innistrad. Thought the new set was Innistrad. Did I like completely miss the memo? Find us a game. I'm ready to play. Pre-release for Flesh and Blood is this weekend too. Oh, I did not know that. How many sets are there in Flesh and Blood now? Like 4 or something like that? Am impatient. Find us a game, please. 5? I was close. Are the alpha sets still like a bajillion dollars or something ridiculous? I mean, I guess it's not really that ridiculous. The alpha sets of Magic are a ton of money, so I'm wondering if one of the mana confluence could be a forest. I don't know. There's a lot of white in this deck. There's also a ton of green in this deck, but I guess it's different because there's double white. I don't know. There is alpha printing, first edition printing, and unlimited printing, so there's like a bajillion printings of the same set. Is that what you're saying? I'm going to keep this. This hand is much bork, much bork. Even if our opponent kills our Llanowar Elves on turn 1, we have Luminarch Aspirant to follow it up with on turn 2. The only problem I foresee us running into here is that we don't have a second white source to cast our Skyclave Apparition. Oh, we drew a second white source. We're doing it. Okay. We want to make something cost 2 more to cast. This is tough. They don't have any black mana, so I'm going to take the Bring to Light and then horribly regret it later. Oh, why didn't I attack? I'm a Bagnun. I just completely clicked through that like a twit. So we missed out on 3 points there. And they drew a black source. And yep, the carried was another black source. Was not thinking about that. Bagnut Twit. After the first set, they never made alpha printing for anything else, but there was a first edition printing for all sets for collectors. Unlimited is for the people that want to play the game. I mean, that makes sense. So next turn, they're just going to play Shadow's Verdict. All right. And I guess they could not play Shadow's Verdict. I don't know why they wouldn't. Okay. I guess they could play Omnath this way and then gain 4 life. Now this will give them a token. It's when it leaves the battlefield. But the value in investing into first edition as well, because the value of specific cards that are almost guaranteed to be pulled makes up for the buy-in. Okay, I mean, I heard people selling boxes for like ridiculous things, so I believe it. Are you gonna play one of your lands now? Because you can play this Bring to Light, it just costs 2 more to cast. Okay. Just gonna try and pump up the boys here and try to make another force here. We can also try to... Next turn, we can animate Lumbering Falls and make it a 5/5 and just get in. That doesn't seem like a bad play. Okay. Draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. Okay. So they no longer have Prismari Command. They do have Sunpetal Grove and Glacial Fortress. Okay. Are you going to get busy with your illusion token? No. Play Lovestruck Beast, they go. So they get to play Sunpetal Grove here and then play Bring to Light, which is pretty bad for me. This game has not gone well. I can only assume they're playing their Bring to Light. It appears they're not, or maybe they're just tapping in a specific order. Yep. They get you a visit. I don't think we have anything to beat this. I'm not even going to look and see what they put into their hand. I lied. They put everything into their hand. We're going to draw a terrible card and concede. Concession coming. Yep, Mana Confluence. Alright. So, I think here's where we want Shifting Ceratops. We want Mystical Dispute. I don't know if we want Redain. Maybe we do. And Giant Killer? It's quite a few cards. No, I think we only need to cut two collected companies. I think Scavenging Ooze doesn't do a lot here. I think Selfless Spirit will be really good. Probably cut a Skyclave Apparition. Cut one of each of these like I always do. It's my patented. Gideon is pretty good. Yeah, Gideon does seem pretty good in this matchup. I guess I'm worried about overboarding. Bring in one collected company for like backup, I guess. I don't know. I guess we're just shaving on numbers here. Cut a Luminarch Aspirant. Cut a Spell Queller. Queller doesn't seem like it does anything. I mean, I think it hits a lot. Like it hits Omnath and some of their other 3 and 4 drop cards. I think it has some value. Like it doesn't seem great here. We're gonna cut one and try. I don't know. We kind of just, yeah. This is Very interesting sideboarding plan we have going on here. Yeah, I kind of like this. Get the lead on Llanowar Elves and then play Redain on turn 2. And then after that, we get to hold up Mystical Dispute, which feels pretty good. Play Redain, say go. Wish we had another white source here. Is Aura still good? I played against it in a challenge, in like a Pioneer challenge a couple weeks ago, and it throttled me. But I don't really know if it's any good like in the meta game. I don't see it pop up a lot, but it could be. And imagine if we had Noble Hierarch in this deck. So I think I'm just gonna hold up giant or chop down here and see if they actually like maybe they try to get greedy and play Omnath. And then next turn we have Mystical if you're 3. I only own Lotusfield combo, so I don't know what any other deck could pop up. Lol, that's pretty funny. Yeah, I was like, this feels like all they're gonna do. I don't really know if we want to be tapping a creature down. I think we'll pay the 2 life because we want to be able to have access to Giant Killer and Mystical Dispute if we need it. Like, if they play an Omnath here before playing a land, I think I'm going to let it resolve. Because Mystical Dispute's my only counter in hand. Could have probably cut 4 Dorks. Yeah, I mean, it's very possible that we could have cut 4 Dorks. They cast Bring to Light here, we have to counter it. Like, it's just that simple. Nothing else we can do. Like, I don't want to give them the cards that Niv gives them. Like, if Niv didn't draw them so many cards, I would definitely be okay with. I'm wondering if it's worth what else is in their hand? Omnath, Bring to Light. Yeah, we're just gonna cast it and try to get aggressive here. I mean, if they pill a land, Extinction Event still sweeps our board, so that's kind of rough. Or no, it doesn't. Extinction Event costs 8 now because of Redain. That's pretty good. It does give them an out to play their Fatal Push, though, I guess. Not that that really matters to me. Yep. Please don't draw a land right there. Man, our opponent's drawn very well. I think you could have named Bring because if they event for odd, then it kills their. Well, if they event for odd, it's 2 mana. That thing it doesn't kill that. Four, 5. They have access to 6 mana, which means if they pill a land, they can Bring to Light here. Man, our opponent's drawn very well from having nothing multiple turns. Like, this allows them to bring to light for Shadow's Verdict and just kind of deal with us that way. But yeah, our opponent has drawn very, very well because we've had pretty good games. Like, our hands have been good. They had to go back to back on lands right there to be able to get out of this situation. Right, but if they name even, it kills their thing. But why would they name even? When we took the card, we had a Redain and a Elite Spellbinder on the field. Maybe I'm confused. Oh, did he name the wrong card? I don't know what happened, but he conceded. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty okay with that. Um, I don't know. Selfless Spirit doesn't seem that good, other than the fact that it's a flyer. I don't think we want Ceratops or Gideon. I think we just want to bring in our other Spell Queller and our Collected Company and just try to have top end curve here. And you know, Spell Queller might not be great. It's worse on the draw than it is on the play, but they're on a mulligan, and we have turn 2 Elite Spellbinder. I'm going to keep this. If they kept 7, I was going to mulligan, but because they mulligan, that puts them at 1 less card, which means our Elite Spellbinder is just even better than it was. So we have Spellbinder into hold up Spell Queller. This feels pretty good for us. Hopefully they don't have untapped land into the 2-drop Dork right here. That's like what we don't want to see. Whereas if they have a removal spell for our Llanowar Elves, oh, kind of up a creek without a paddle here. I mean, we have multiple lands, so we'll get there. I'm not like super worried about it. Plus, I guess a Dreadbore on that's one less Dreadbore that can be cast on like something that's relevant. All right, we're just gonna play this tapped and say go. I think we'll still lead on Spellbinder here. I don't see a reason to not play Spellbinder. Gonna Abrupt Decay with the trigger on the stack. Okay. All right, we're gonna make Expressive Iteration cost 2 more because if we play smart, like if I play smart, I'm able to play around the extinction event with my Spell Queller. Gonna play the Expressive Iteration just for just for a card, because he can't play the land he gets or anything. Put Lumbering Falls, they go. Just in case they drew Bring to Light, we want to have Archon of Emeria up. Okay, so they have Extinction Event and 1 unknown card. Going to attack for 2. Play Heart's Desire. Yeah, play Heart's Desire, play Temple Garden tapped, and hold up Spell Queller here. And you know, it's possible that we should have like either played the Temple Garden untapped because we are at 20, or played the white side of the pathway here so that we could bluff not Spell Queller but Collected Company. That's also something we could have done here. So I'm going to play the Love Struck Beast. Because I feel like this is the card that's most likely to bait them into slamming Extinction Event here and naming Odd. And then we're going to get to Spell Queller it. They've used up their entire turn doing that, which is good. Because they can't play anything else now. Now the only downfall is that if they have another sweeper, we have nothing to do. Actually, we drew Mystical Dispute. I'm a dirty liar. I can animate Lumbering Falls and hold up Mystical Dispute here. That way I don't have to commit to the board, and I'm able to put on as much pressure as possible. That way if they do have something I can't Mystical Dispute, we're not in completely terrible shape here. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess our opponent could have like an Abrupt Decay here that could be pretty backbreaking. They just concede? Okay. So I don't think we should have won that match. I'm pretty sure game 2 they misclicked and just like threw up. Like so they had Extinction Event and we had nothing to do. Like we were just dead in the water to Extinction Event, and he Bring to Light for it. Or our opponent Bring to Light for Shadow's Verdict. Not Extinction Event, Shadow's Verdict. And we had nothing to do. We were just dead in the water. And he cast it, but then he didn't name Odd. And so we ended up winning the game. So I don't know. I think we just kind of got away with one there. Is honestly kind of what happened. But we're 3-0. I mean, the games have gone pretty well so far. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to find a game. Going much better than our leagues did last night. I think if this is teaching me anything, I thought I should be playing Collected Company. Because I played Collected Company in Modern, playing Bant Spirits, and 5-0'd that league. And then I played Collected Company in the Green White Company deck a couple months ago and 4-1 with it. And I'm 3-0 right now. And I don't get me wrong, the league could fall apart and we could just finish 3-2 here, but I'm kind of hoping I'll get a trophy here. After our 3-2 finish with 8 whack last night and our like 1-2 drop with Demir control. I dropped last night because it was like, I don't remember what time it was, but it was like 10 o'clock. It was like almost 10 o'clock, and I was 1-2, and it was taking forever to find a game, and it was just, I don't know. I just wasn't in the headspace, so I just quit. This deck is a lot more aggressive now than it used to be. Like Bant Company back in the day used to be like Jace Vryn's Prodigy and like, I don't know, just like Tireless Tracker. And like for a while they like, and it was Reflector Mage and like other stuff. But now this is like a much more aggressive build than that one. It's literally Green White Company Splash Blue. Yeah, it is. Like it is, and I think that's why I like it so much. Because I didn't like Bant Company that much when it was in Standard. Honestly, it just felt like too like, I don't know. It was more of a mid-range deck than it was anything. One deck I really enjoyed, and Andrew, I don't know if you played during the Standard or not, but one deck that I really enjoyed was that 4-color Company deck that was playing Manus Rider and like Savage Knuckleblade. I really liked that deck when it was in Standard. I mean, it was garbage, but I loved it. I can see the appeal. Oh yeah, it was something else, man. It had me wrote all over it. was this hyper aggressive pile of cards that played Collected Company. Oh, my thing was playing Woodland Bellower. Was Woodland Bellower the one where like that had converge, like where it came in with counters equal to the number of like colors you spent on it? 5 color vigilance trample. When you say 5 colors, it was green, but it was a green only card, but it had converge or whatever, right? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought it was. That card was really good. I hated playing against that card when I played a Tarka red a lot during that standard. I called it the Vag ramp, the Vag tramp, lol. Come on, find me a game. Lord. Well, so one thing I don't like about Pioneer is that it takes a really long time to find a game. Oh, for what it's worth, guys, if you stop by, short for Vag in a tramp. I don't understand what you're trying to say. Are you saying Vag? Never mind. Okay, yeah, I have no idea what you're going for here, man. I'm sorry. I'm completely lost. Come on, let's go. Let's find a game. Wonder what the undefeated decks are. Standard League, 5 O's. Oh, what do you know? Mono black, huh? Oh, mono black with gray merchant. I don't know what's up with that, but I like it. Non-land card from it. If an instant card or a card with flash is exiled this way, they lose 1 life. Otherwise, you lose 1 life. Okay. That power word kill card seems really bad to me. Like maybe I'm just wrong. It just doesn't feel that good. Like I don't know. Oh, what do you know? Oh, somebody 5-0'd with mono red, huh? Now we're talking. There's a lot of cards that rotate out of mono red, which is kind of sad. I'm kind of curious to see what standard's gonna look like. What mono red standard's gonna look like. Because there'll be some mono red deck. There always is. There always is. Alright. We get to be on the play again, which is nice. It's been a nice break from our streak of being on the draw virtually every game. This hand is very good. Yep. The only problem is that if they're playing a hyper aggressive deck here, we kind of might run into a wall with having to take. We shocked in Temple Garden and then Mana Confluence next turn. Lightning Axe. Demilch. I gotta read Demilch. This spell costs 1 blue less to cast for each instant or sorcery you've cast this turn. When it attacks, exile up to one target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard, copy it, you may cast the copy. You may cast Milch from your graveyard by exiling 4 instant and sorcery cards from your graveyard in addition to paying its mana cost. Okay. Oh, man. We didn't draw a land? Boo. That's sad. We could have just slammed Spellbinder there, or held up Spellqueller. Probably would have slammed Spellbinder, but... Tome Scour. That's interesting. It's definitely Treasure Cruise. And Consider. Okay. Alright, let's draw a land here so that I can Skyclave Apparition this. Alright, or let's not draw a land. That's cool too, deck. That's cool too. Expressive Iteration is such a good Magic card. Merfolk Secret Keeper. So you're just like on the hard mill plan here. And play with fire. Well, us not being able to play our cards is going to lose us game 1 here. Okay. So they're like super heavy on the mill plan, so we're just definitely rest in peace here. I didn't see Think of the Ice, and it doesn't feel like they're playing it. Cut a company. I guess we can cut 2. Yeah, let's try it like this. Bring in 4 good cards, take out 2 companies, which are insane, and then take out a couple of dorks. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think I think you play 8 dorks in this deck because you want to guaranteed have one on turn 2. But like, I don't know. Like, I just kind of feel like 6 would be good enough. Huh. I think we're just going to take this opportunity to get this down here. We can guaranteed get rest in peace down this way, and so now you're on the mill me plan. Okay. Rending Volley. That's really interesting. What was that? Play with fire? And then Anger of the Gods, yeah, it's in the middle. I'm just going to try to remember that it costs more. 4 mana here, so I can... let's do it this way. If we ever draw a land, we can try to Luminarch Aspirant Archon of Emeria. Okay. So he has Phoenix, Volley, Lightning Axe in hand. Okay. So he has Phoenix Lightning Axe in hand. Curious to know why he's not playing Lightning Axe here. Yeah, I'm not gonna commit something else to the board here. There's no reason. Like he has to draw an untapped land here to be able to play Anger of the Gods. Oh, we just drew another one. Guess that's also a possibility. Think I should have left up the blue there so that I could represent Mystical Dispute. Retarded. Just realized I can just kill them here. Alright. Well, that game went a lot better than the first one. So... yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything else we want here. Like, we want interaction. We want to be able to pick apart their hand kind of thing. Like, I think Rest in Peace was just good enough that game. Yep, we're gonna do it. Send it. We're there. It's so greedy because they play 1,000 1-mana removal spells. We did not draw a land there. That's not good. We're really testing the portions of how lucky we can get here. Oh, yes. Okay. Anger would be pretty good here. That's what it feels like this is. Yep. Land? Man, we're doing it. We're doing it. Oh, man. I want to have something on the board before we establish setting up Spell Queller to hold up every turn. Expressive Iteration. Sprite Dragon. Okay. We're just gonna... do this and then attack for 2. Killing the Skyclave Apparition, or are you killing the Archon of Emeria? Play with fire. Okay. You get the 2/2 out of it, which is fine. Like, everything in our deck blocks a 2/2, so... Okay. I think we can take another turn here to attack. Maybe it's too aggressive. Maybe we should be playing defense now. But if we can get through this turn without it being a disaster, next turn we can play the 1/1 side of Lovestruck Beast, and we can hold up Spell Queller, which feels pretty good to me, so... Opting during their main phase is pretty good for us. Now, the fact that they put a card on top is not good for us. Now, maybe they just have Anger of the Gods after combat here, and they wanted 2 free damage. Alright, this might be Blowout City. Get busy for 4. Now, they have to have a removal spell in their hand that can kill Archon of Emeria. They have to have 2 removal spells here, actually. And this is good because this is the only spell they get to play this turn, so... Okay. Serve up 4. We're just going to play the Lovestruck Beast as a blocker here. I think it's more important that we have something to block with. Just Ether Gust. Top that. I mean, maybe we should bottom it. Like, maybe it's not good enough, but I feel like it is. Yeah, this deck has got some serious upgrades since the last time we played against it. We're going to go to 5 here. I think they're debating if they want to play something now during their turn and then play something during my turn. It's not crazy to think that even after we've gotten rid of all of their resources, that they still have 2 things left to do. All right, so we do this because we know they have to kill us with Burn, and Spell Queller's lethal in the air next turn. So there's that. They put Sulfur Falls into their graveyard. I really don't like that it doesn't tell you what they do with their card. You have to pay attention to the graveyard. They left that card on top. I really wish it said leaves card on top or puts in the graveyard. Like that. That's something that I think Moto will fix. I mean, I say fix. Like, it's not technically a bug or a problem or anything. We're definitely going to block. I feel like they have a play with fire in their hand. Let's see what they do here. Okay. So it's lightning axe. Rending volley is pretty good. Play Lovestruck Beast. All right, so this is a good one. They've had some interaction here. They've had things to do. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of thought we had the game there, but this has been good. I've enjoyed this back and forth here. All right, drawing Lumbering Falls is pretty good because it gives us an additional out here. Man, that's really bad. They might. Oh, that's right. We have Rest in Peace. They can't Phoenix or anything. Woo! I wasn't thinking about that, but I was thinking, man, that'll allow them to get their Arclight Phoenixes back. But it doesn't matter. Like, they could definitely have an out here. I mean, I don't. All right. Well, and we don't have anything to do, so puts one card on top of their library. Expressive Iteration's pretty good. They put Island in exile. Oh, this is a Crackling Drake, isn't it? It's an Arclight Phoenix. Oh yeah, attack, big boy. Oh, they concede. What? Wonder why. Scoos wouldn't have done anything. That'd have been a bear. But all right, well, we're 4-0. This league's been pretty good to us so far. I'm gonna use the bathroom before we play game 5. We made it back just in the nick of time. Alright, here we go. And we get to be on the play for game 5. I think we were only on the draw once this league. This hand's really good. I have to say, I think the one thing that I wouldn't want to play this deck against would be the mirror. Like I don't think I could stomach playing the mirror of this deck. Hi, you too. It's a lot of capitals there, buddy. All right, if you want to just like say go because it's not your turn. There's no force of anything in this format. Thank you. And we're going to say go here. Forest. Elvish Mystic. We are going to attack for one, then we're going to cast our other Heart's Desire and play Hallowed Fountain tapped, and then we'll probably hold up Spell Queller, because being able to go Spell Queller into company against whatever our opponent's playing will probably be pretty good. I wonder if our opponent is one of those people that thinks that waiting to like click into things will like make me forget what I'm doing, and then like I won't I'll click through my turn or something on accident. I have heard people talk out loud about how they think that's a real thing. Like, I mean, I'm sure somewhere it is a real thing, but yeah, we're just gonna say go here. Hold a Spell Queller. Am I winning? Yes, we are. We are winning. We're 4-0 right now in our league, so I'm worried this game doesn't look like if they have a Nissa here, it's gonna be pretty rough for us here. But where's Jund and Modern, dude? I told you I was gonna play it later. Are you at home or are you like at work right now? I assume since you're on the woodshed instead of your other one you were on earlier that you're at home now. This guy must be lagging super hard. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm lagging. I'm at home now. Lol was doing something for Whitney's birthday earlier. So was not listening, just harassing. I mean, okay. Wait, today's the 16th. Today's Whitney's birthday. Oh God. Right? Is it the 16th? I think it's the 16th. Right? Kyle, help me. Okay, that's what I thought. Well, thanks for bailing me out of that one, buddy. Be right back. Okay, sounds good. Play something worth spell quellering, damn it. Alright, we're gonna flash it in here. Gonna be honest. Alright, so if I collected company now and I do hit Elite Spellbinder, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana, which means he can more than play it, which means I really don't think there's a way out of this for us. Elder Gargaroth's just going to take over this game from here. At least that's what it feels like is going to happen. Okay. I guess if I would have played that with Vornclicks on the stack, he wouldn't have been able to play his Elder Gargaroth this turn. Lair of the Hydra's pretty good. That'll serve up as a pretty good blocker, I feel like. Can't attack in the air anymore. Elder Gargaroth does a good job of sealing that up. Like if he attacks with anything, I'm just gonna put stuff in front and say oh well. Play Lovestruck Beast number 2. Say go. Normally, stalemates like this, where nobody can attack, like, really favor the Bant Company deck because, like, a lot of my stuff is in the air, so I can just attack over the board stalls here. But Elder Gargaroth is kind of locking that one up. Hitting our third Lovestruck Beast and our top 14 cards is pretty bonkers here. Let's see. One. So land next turn allows us to make a 5/5 Lair of the Hydra. This game does not feel like it's going my way. Yep. Selfless Spirit would be insane right now. Honestly, I think the best draw we could have right now would be another collected company. Our opponent's flooding out pretty hard, which is good because, I mean, they're like one Vivian Arcbow Ranger away from just winning this game on the spot. All right, opponent. I mean, maybe they're thinking, I don't know. I just can't, like, at this point, imagine that they're doing anything other than lagging here, and it's just going to ruin this entire match. I was like, are we going to get busy finally? Because Skyclave Apparition can't hit Elder Gargaroth here, so I mean, like, I don't know. Like, we're gonna have to have quite a board here to be able to attack through all of this. As good as Scavenging Ooze can be, it's not really in a spot where it can do anything yet, so. I mean, at this rate, we'll win the game just because our opponent's not doing anything. Okay. All right. What a board state we've got going on here. And if he ever does attack, it does favor us because Scavenging Ooze just kind of allows us to, at this point, just kind of like block favorably and be able to make our scoos like huge. So, oh, he's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. If he attacks with, I was like, I don't know what we're like. If he attacks with anything, we're just gonna block in a good way for us. And back. Welcome back, my friend. So I think I'm just gonna start making a huge Lovestruck Beast. What? Oh no. Hmm. Sad days are sad. So never mind. Scavenging Ooze and another layer of the Hydra can be good for them. Scavenging Ooze and Luminarch Aspirant aren't really doing anything until 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 we can get that Vorinclex off the field. So that's not really great for us. Well, we can make a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a 6/6 Hydra here. You should play Five Nights at Freddy's. Nope. Nope, not tonight. Today was way too stressful for me to be playing that damn game. I hear it's good too, and after watching you play it, I have zero interest. Selfless Spirit basically makes whatever we're gonna do just like awesome. But bruh, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you could probably talk me into like playing it like playing it tomorrow or something or over the weekend. I don't know, but like I can't. Like tonight, I don't. Unfortunately, he just gets to pump up his board here. Alright, we need to stop drawing lands, deck. We need to draw, I don't know, something good. $15 mana, that's it. Lol. Hmm. That does make it interesting. I would have tapped all of my dorks too, just made it bigger. What does that say? 108? Oh my god. That's insanity. What is this game? What is happening right now? Okay. Well, that was interesting. I didn't mean tonight, just period. Oh yeah, I'll definitely play it. I'll definitely play it for sure. Non-creature spells your opponent's cast with 4 or greater cost 2 more to cast. So I'm gonna be honest, we don't really have a lot for this matchup. Well, I guess we have 5 cards. So I think this is the first matchup we want all of our dorks in. Archon of Emeria. I think we want all of our collected companies here too. Scoos doesn't really do a lot, I don't feel like. I don't know. We've had them so many times. We're just going to cut one and see what happens. And apparition. Yeah, we can cut an apparition. Let's try it. Lol, send it. All right. We're 4-0. This is match 5, and we lost the first game, so we're hoping that our opponent either at this point like draws horribly, which would be cool, or times out because they used 10 minutes of their clock in the first game. So if we can like stall out a really long game here and still manage to win this game, that would be awesome. And yes, don't judge me. I'm completely to the point of this league where like getting a trophy is worth my opponent just lagging all over the place and me getting to win that way. Maybe I should just buy collected companies. I don't know. Like I might just buy them and put this deck together in Pioneer. Having being able to have auras, Rakdos Pyromancer, and this together, I feel like gives me a pretty wide. I guess Burn too gives me a pretty wide variety of what I could be doing in the modern or in the Pioneer format when if tournaments ever come back around. Plus, if Historic ever becomes a paper format, Collected Company's really good in that format too. I think so. Man, our opponent's even using all of their clock to sideboard. My God. Like, what are we doing? Cal, do you want to play Rocket League or Dead by Daylight after this league? This league's been almost 2 hours long at this point, so I don't really feel like playing more Magic tonight. All right, let's keep this. This hand's good. We have a sideboard card. We have good cards. Yeah, this hand's just good. I hate when my opponent, I was like, doesn't understand that they can F6 through my turn. I think we want to make Nissa, who shakes the world, cost more. Like, I understand that them going Burning Tree into Ranger class is really good here, but and playing their Llanowar Elves, they're basically just going to be left with a Castle Garenbrig and like whatever else they do, whatever else they drew this turn. How interested are you in the next COD? I mean, I'll definitely get it and play it. Like, I just like to play Call of Duty in general, so I'm there. But it looks pretty cool. Are you gonna get it when it comes out? Bet. Do you want to play Rocket League or Dead by Daylight in a little bit? And when I say in a little bit, I mean when this league's over. Haven't seen much gameplay on it. Ooh, hang on, I gotta. Yeah, I'm down. Haven't seen much gameplay on it, but guns seem stronger, so I'm probably about it. Well, that's cool. Making everything cost more. You love to see it. Okay, you get to attack for 3. We get to attack for 8 here. So, and then Archon here. No, I want to leave that back to block, actually. I'd rather take a life here and play the Archon. That's just lethal. Like, if they can't. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess they can use all of their resources to play Vivian minus on something. Yeah, that's what they have to do here, though. If they drew a land, they don't have to use all of their resources, but it does allow us to throw Llanowar Elves in front of something, which I will do. And then we have access to Chop Down or Giant Killer next turn, whatever we think is better. But I wanted to force them to have a removal spell here, because if not, they have to have a removal spell or a reach blocker, because we just have creature spells. I don't think our opponent realized that they're dead now. Like, we get to throw Llanowar Elves in front of the wolf token, and then, yeah, I mean, or did I miss something? Am I dead here? So 8. So take 8, 10, 11. Go to 1. Alright. Cool. Alright, so we win game 2. Now, Disdainful Stroke still feels good to me. We don't want Mystical Dispute. Portable Hole does not seem good enough. Feels like it could be okay. We probably just want Skyclave Apparition here. Like, kind of Selfless Spirit. Like, I like the concept of being able to block and sacrifice to give all my guys indestructible here, but I don't know. Maybe the Disdainful Stroke is just not good enough here, but that card's also a house in a lot of spots. If we had another land, we'd keep this. Do I not have a green land here? Alright, this is interesting, but I'm going to keep this and put back the Elvish Mystic. We don't have a green source here, but I don't know. Maybe we get there with this hand. All right. Well, we draw a green source, which is cool. We're gonna shock it in next turn and a hold up Disdainful Stroke. That's pretty good. Yep, we go to 19. Hold up Disdainful Stroke, and then next turn we have Redain. Okay, we go to 13. Okay. I think Redain's better than Archon of Emeria because if they just have like Vivian or something like that here. I'm blocking. Like I don't know what comes, like what bad comes from me blocking here. We have to shock in again here, but Collected Company's pretty solid. Alright. We're going to respond with Collected Company. I don't know if this is correct or not, but it's definitely what we're doing this turn. Alright, hopefully we hit an untapped land here. Hopefully we hit an untapped land here. Yeah, we need an untapped land. Hit the Ranger class. Okay, them having access to 5 mana is a little scary here. If this is Vorn clicks, we're probably done here. Like, yeah, we really needed them not to have a big turn there. All right, what are we doing here? Okay, so depending on what's in his hand, this is probably the turn that decides if we win or lose the game. So is the best play to play Disdainful Stroke here? Or to play Lovestruck Beast? Well, we have to cast that. We're just dead here, right? Because I throw this in front, take exactly 3. Yep. Dang. We almost stabilized there for a minute. That was close. We almost turned that one around at the end there. I mean, maybe there were better decisions I could have made. Um, that last game there, I don't I don't know. Like it, I feel like I can't remember what I tapped out for. What did I tap out for the turn they played Vornclicks? But if I had had Disdainful Stroke there, I'm not gonna lie, we probably win that game. Like I don't know for sure because the Nissa would have been like really tough to beat, but would have been we would have had a pretty good chance. I feel like. Um, so yeah, I don't know. That was a pretty good league. We went 4-1. Cards that we didn't really use. We never used Knight of Autumn, but I understand its functionality. We brought in Shifting Ceratops one game in one match, and it never really panned out. And we didn't really use Gideon. Like we brought it in once or twice, but we never saw it. So I think those cards could be replaced with something else. I'm not exactly sure what, but something else. Yeah, deck was really good. I like it. It was sweet. I think that was it for the stream tonight. We're just playing a little bit of Magic. If you come by and hung out, I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys either tomorrow or this weekend.